Student Perception on Promoting Interactive Learning Basis for the Development of Web-Based Application in Computer Programming course. Questions. Number 1. What is the main objective of this study? Number 2. Why did you choose this particular topic? What is its relevance? Number 3. What are the specific research question? Number 4. What is the study design sample? Data gathering procedures and tools did you apply in this study? Number 5. What statistical treatment did you use to answer each research question and why? Number 6. What result did you obtain for each question? And last, what is the conclusion and recommendation? What is the main objective of the study? This study aims to determine student perception on promoting interactive learning as the basis for developing web-based application in a computer programming courses. Why did you choose this particular topic? What it is relevance? To know the student perception if there is a significant relationship between the level of contribution of the following factors in computer programming learning difficulties and the likelihood of student on W3 School interactive learning tools. What are your specific research questions? This research sought to answer the following question in order to collect all necessary knowledge, data, and information. Number 1, what is the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of age and gender? Number 2, what is the level of contribution of the following factors in computer programming learning difficulties in terms of 2.1 problem solving skills, 2.2 problems, personal traits and attitude, transfer of prior knowledge, negative perception and attitude. Number 3, what is the likelihood of student on W3 School interactive learning tool? And last, there is a significant relationship between the level of contribution of the following factors in computer programming learning difficulties and the likelihood of student on the W3 School interactive learning tool.
What is the study design sample, data gathering procedure, and tools did you apply in this study? The study employed a descriptive correlational research design. The descriptive correlational research design is appropriate for this study because the researcher is primarily interested in describing relationships between the following factors in computer programming learning difficulties and the like, likelihood of students on the W3 School interactive learning tool. To make reliable statistical inferences about the entire group, the researchers will use purposive sampling ICT second year and third year because researchers rely on their own judgment to participate in the survey. What is the study design sample data gathering procedure and tools did you apply in this study? Data gathering procedures. The following step describes the procedure for gathering the necessary data for the study. Researchers obtain permission from the university to obtain a list of college students from whom the samples would be drawn. Furthermore, permission from the schools concerned officials, as well as permission from the respondents were sought. With the permission from the facilitating professor and university approval, the questionnaires were distributed to the chosen samples during their vacant time through Google Forms. Questionnaires will be planned to be retrieved on the same day they were distributed to ensure a higher percentage of questionnaires are returned. Rest assured that all data and information gathered were treated with the utmost confidentially. The researcher made questionnaire was used as a research instrument in this study to collect data on the issue under consideration. A validated questionnaire will be used to identify the student perception of promoting interactive learning basis for the development of web-based application in the computer programming course in TUPB.
What statistical treatment did you use to answer each research question? Why? Statistical treatment of data. The following statistical tool was used to answer the question posed in the problem statement. Frequency and percentage counts were used to easily present and analyze data about the respondents' demographic profile, as well as to represent the essential information variables of the respondents. The weighted mean was computed and standard deviation expressed to represent each respondent's responses to the different factors that contribute to their difficulties in computer programming learning and students' perception of interactive learning tools and to reflect the relative importance of each observation, as well as to obtain the effect of smooth data and enhance accuracy. Person-R correlation is the statistical tool used to determine the degree of correlation of factors in computer programming learning difficulties and the perception of students on the W3 School interactive learning tool.
What result did you obtain for each question? Table 1 shows the frequency and percentage distribution of the respondents' age profiles. According to the table, respondents aged 20 to 22 have the highest frequency of 26 or 74%, while those aged 17 to 19 have the second highest frequency with a frequency of 8 or 23%, while there's only one who aged between 29 and 31 with a percentage of 3. This means that the majority of the respondents are adults and are aware of what programming is. Table 2 shows the frequency and percentage distribution of the respondents' gender profiles. The table shows that the frequency of 26 women or 74% are female, while the frequency of 9 men or 26% are male. Also, female has the highest frequency with 26 or 74%. This means that most of our respondents are women and not men. Table 3 shows the factors influencing computer programming learning difficulties. In terms of problem-solving skills, specifically in program design failure, the respondents agree that they are computer literate when it comes to design, with a mean of 4.06 and a standard deviation of 0.84. Overall, respondents agreed on the content of problem-solving skills with a mean of 3.73 and a standard deviation of 1.04. Table 4 displays the students' personal characteristics and attitude toward transfer of prior knowledge. According to the data, with a mean of 3.83 and a standard deviation of 0.98, respondents believe they have sufficient knowledge and experience in computer programming. Overall, with a mean of 3.59 and a standard deviation of 1.09, respondents agreed on the content of transfer prior knowledge that they are confident in doing advanced computer programming. Table 5 shows the students' personal characteristics and attitude in detail. Negative perception. According to the data, students excel at computer programming with a mean of 2 and a standard deviation of 0.87 since they disagree. Overall, respondents disagree on the content of perception in computer programming with a mean of 1.96 and a standard deviation of 0.88, indicating that they did not agree with any of the negative statements. Table 6 portrays the students' personal characteristics and attitudes in the attitude. Students like programming because they enjoy and want to learn more about computer programming, according to the data, with a mean of 3.94 and a standard deviation of 0.91. It demonstrates that their task is made easier by programming and they can create a program in a basic manner. Overall, with a mean of 3.85 and a standard deviation of 0.89, Respondents agreed with all of the statements. Table 7 depicts the students' perceptions of the interactive learning tool in particular app, which is the W3 School. According to the data, students find W3 School to be user-friendly with a weighted mean of 4.6 and a standard deviation of 0.65. And they can easily understand the topic and lessons as well as to advance programming study through it. It demonstrates that W3 School teaches them how to create educational websites and improve their performance by providing a wealth of well-organized and regularly updated information. Overall, the weighted average mean of 4.52 and a standard deviation of 0.74 indicates that respondents strongly agree with all of the statements. Table 8 depicts the students' perceptions. Based on the data, the null hypothesis, there is no significant difference between the level of contribution of the following factors in computer programming learning difficulties and the likelihood of students on the following interactive learning tools. Is rejected. Thus, we conclude that there is a significant relationship between the factors and their perception in developing interactive tools by futurists.
What is your conclusion and recommendation? The study has 35 respondents who are composed of male and female second year and third year students in the course of Bachelor of Science in Industrial Education, major in Information and Communication Technology. Based on the findings of the study, we can conclude that promoting an interactive learning basis for the development of a web-based application in computer programming courses will increase their knowledge and enhance their capacity to be more productive and innovated based on the evidence by the data gathered. This research shows that the respondents can manage and perform on their computer programming subject with the help of a developed web-based application for computer programming. This research also shows that promoting an interactive learning basis will definitely help the students in their programming courses. It only means that the respondents agreed that this kind of development of web-based application is significant, timely, and relevant in a growing institution and education. In the light of foregoing findings, the researchers commend the following. The teachers must encourage the students about the benefits of a developed web-based application that will enhance their skills and interests. Students should know and understand that promoting this interactive learning platform for the development of web-based applications in the computer programming course will enable them to encourage other students by highlighting the program's benefits and advantages, thereby making the course more appealing and arousing their interest in programming.
By applying this research, future researchers were able to create a web-based application that assists students in developing higher-order problem-solving skills when constructing or developing software that will test their abilities. The university should proactively encourage students to participate in this web-based program because it offers extracurricular activities in which students may develop their skills and abilities. That's all. Thank you.